Okay guys, welcome to this video on what is ratio. I put a video on my channel about a week ago asking what videos should I make, and most of you guys wanted me to make a video on ratio. So here it is, and if you like it, hit that subscribe button and write a comment being like, "Teacher Ethan, I loved your video." I want you to do this video next. Alright guys, hope you enjoy. Thank you very much. Alright guys, welcome to my video on what is ratio. This is the most requested videos from you guys, so I hope you understand it. Yeah, let's carry on. Alright, ratio is basically the comparison between two things. So if I have an amount of one thing, how much do I have of another thing? So for example, there are 3 triangles and 2 squares. So here I have 1, 2, 3 triangles and 1, 2 squares. So the ratio of triangles to squares would be 3 to 2. We say 2, we either write down 2 or we use this little colon and then we say 2. 3 to 2. This means for every 3 triangles we have 2 squares. Right? So let's go through some questions. So there are 4 bananas, 6 apples and 8 kiwi fruit in a basket. What is the ratio of the number of bananas to the number of kiwi fruit? So we've got bananas here as the first number. So this is going to be the first number on the ratio. When you're asked a question about ratio and there's the sentence here, the first word will be the first number and then the second word will represent the second number. So kiwi fruit is going to be this one. So let's have a look at here. So we have 4 bananas and we have 8 kiwi fruit. So 4 bananas and then we're going to write 2 and we've got 8 kiwi fruit. Right. Remember these 2 colons means 2. So we've got 4, 2, 2. But if we look at these numbers, they're both divisible by the same number. We can divide them both by 4. It will simplify this ratio for us. And ratio is always in the simplest form. When I say we can divide it by the same number, that means I can divide both of these numbers by a number and I will get a whole number. Because in ratio, it's not like we can have 2.5 to 3.7. That's not how it works. They have to be whole numbers. So what can I divide these 2 numbers by and still get a whole number? So we got 4 to 8, divide by 4, that'll give us 1 to 2. So the answer to the first one, the ratio of the number of bananas to the number of kiwi fruit will be 1 to 2. Alright, the ratio of the number of apples to the number of bananas is, so look at this, we have apples as the first word in this sentence. Alright, so that's going to be the first number, and then bananas is going to be the second amount. Okay, so the ratio of the number of apples to the number of bananas, so how many apples do we have? We have 6. And how many bananas do we have? 4. Okay. So what can we divide these 2 numbers by? Alright, so we can divide them by 2. Now, this might be a little bit confusing. This will give us a ratio of 3 to 2. Alright. You might be a little bit confused because here the number of bananas is 1 and here it's 2. That's because we can only compare it to 3, which cannot be divided by 4. Alright, so 6 cannot be divided by 4. That will give us 1.5, and we can't write that as a fraction. We can't have a decimal in there. So we can only divide this by 2. Now the ratio is only comparing these 2 numbers. This one is only asking the comparison between apples and bananas. Kiwi fruit is not involved. So we don't have to worry that in this one bananas is 2 and is 1, and in this one it is in 2, because this one only compares apples and bananas. In the next question we do have to worry about that. So we've got 3, 2, 2. So as you can see here, we've got 3 apples for every 2 bananas that we have. Alright? You see here, like if I had, let's do it in a different color. If I had the other 2 bananas to the 3 apples, look, both of the sets of fruit are full. So for every 2 bananas I have 3 apples. Alright, let's go through the last few questions. The ratio of the number of bananas to the number of apples to the number of kiwi fruit. So let's write down what we have in total. In total we have 4 apples, we have 4 bananas, sorry, we have 6 apples, and we have 8 kiwi fruit. 4, 6, and 8. Alright? Now, we cannot divide all of these by 4, as I mentioned earlier, because we have a 6 in there, and that would make 3.5, and that wouldn't be good. So we have to divide them by 2. And that's going to give us a ratio of bananas to apples to kiwi fruit of 4 of 2 to 3 to 4. Alright, the ratio of the number of bananas to the number of apples to the number of kiwi fruit is 2 to 3 to 4. Now we've got another question here. The ratio of the number of kiwi fruit, so kiwi fruit is first, so that number is going to be the first one. To the number of bananas, it's the second one, so that's going to be the second number here, to the number of apples. So you can see, this is just the same question. We're going to use the same numbers, but in a different order. So we can see here that the ratio for the number of kiwi fruit, the number is going to be 4. The number for bananas is going to be 2. And the number of apples is going to be 3. So the ratio of the number of kiwi fruit to the number of bananas to the number of apples is 4 to 2 to 3. You can see here that because the sentence is in a different order, the ratio is in a different order, so the sentence defines what order the numbers go in. Alright guys, thank you for listening, and I hope that helped. Comment below if you want to see another video. Give me a subject you're struggling in, and I'll make that video for you guys. Alright, thanks very much.